crypto market is showing you a direction as we are above the all-time highs for some assets and some just touched the all-time highs and corrected. Ethereum USD pair shows that it broke above recent highs, and as you can see in the recent high in the Ethereum USD pair, it is clearly showing you that it is staying above that break as of now. So it is getting supported there. Now you go into Ethereum BTC pair and it shows it is in an accelerating channel as we discussed previously for XRP and XLM. Previously, this is a trend which we all looked at, right? And if you want scientific explanation for that, you can refer back to this one, which we've gone through several times in this channel and explained in detail. So I won't be diving deep in through that. But you can see three types of channels here. One is the base channel, then accelerating and decelerating channel. So here in the base channel, as long as the prices stay within the base channel, we can safely consider the price action corrective. Now, what they have figured out is once it moved through the upper or lower boundary of this channel, you can expect a impulsive wave. Now, we went through this previously, right? We went through this previously. If you are looking at this is a video back in November 4th, and we discussed about these support levels and how we are moving. Now, I showed you guys this and we got that one exactly. If you go back 6 months and look what I've been saying, you will understand what I suggested came true. Now, for XLM, if you are looking at this, it's really bullish. Now go back into these details and see where it is right now. Base channel, breaking the base channel and pumping. So if you are looking at these pattern and comparing it with XRP, XRP also broke above that. But XRP broke way before XLM did that. Just the difference is SEC came at that particular moment, kicked the XRP price back into this trading range. Now, what are you expecting? Automatically, you should go back towards the resistance, test that, and if you are able to break that, you should go higher. But as of now, you are seeing this, right? And this is why I advocated for XLM among many other assets while rebalancing my Diamond and Platinum tier Patreon members' portfolios. As we were getting the buy the dips moment, we were entering into this. Those who are in the Patreon group know what we are talking about. Now, let's do a detailed technical analysis and discuss through what we are looking at it as of now. Say, let it be XRP BTC pair, let it be XRP USD pair, what you are looking at it, and how these changes can affect in the longer cycle. So we need the technicals and the fundamentals so that we will understand what's happening. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. As you go through this is a tweet from Ripple, which highlights 2021 will see crypto at top of G20 financial regulatory priorities. CBDCs in production, industry shaking. Now, what you have to understand here is it's key that they highlight that the regulators are going to step in the entire G20 financial systems. SEC is having a different approach than the entire G20. They have highlighted that previously, but when you go into that article, you get some huge news, which kind of ties in with what I've been doing while rebalancing, my patrons' portfolios, say especially the Diamond and Platinum members, where I've been explaining this asset, it's at all-time highs and these are evolving, and I personally see this happening. And this article from Ripple Insights just dropped out yesterday, and it shows what I've been talking about is coming true. So when you look at this, it's also showing you that fintech is going to take over, and that too using crypto as a leverage. That means the regulatory clarity which they showed is cool. Now you are seeing these news where institutions are buying huge on Bitcoin. That too when Bitcoin is above its all-time highs. Now you have to think back how the institutional money works, how the smart money works. Do they buy at the top? Do they buy at the bottom? How does it actually work? Buy low, sell high. So when does it is so low or so high? You have to look at the market cycle and understand that. But for XRP holders, this is another announcement from Coinbase which you have to understand. When the market is shifting from here, there, here, some assets are all-time high, some are low. So you are definitely inside XRP because it's having that fundamental and it's at the lower side. But this shows you one thing. You can't trade it on Coinbase, but you can hold it on Coinbase. You can buy and hold your XRP there. So who is going to sell that? Who's going to trade it there? No, right? So if you are going out and looking at this, there are exchanges doing the same. You can buy and hold. That is one thing. There are exchanges directly delisting the trading and halting. Mainly these Coinbase would be for, this aspect would be directly understood by the smart guys. The others would be already moving out of XRP, and I can completely feel that. By managing 500 and more Patreons as of now, I can see what retail investors are thinking right now, and that's why I inform you guys and them that that's not the right thing to do as of now. But if you are concerned, yes, you have to do what you have to. But do understand, never jump completely out of this asset. Now let's dive into these. This one is really important to go through. Now as you read through this, what you understand is, yes, they are going to leverage crypto and the regulations are coming soon. This is something which I really want to highlight you guys. DeFi. When we say DeFi is coming out, do understand Flare is coming out. And why do I highlight that one? With ETH2 still far from reality, he also cautions that Ethereum will continue to lose ground and could fall even further by 2020 if development timelines slow. I believe at least 25% of value deployed in DeFi by the end of 2021 will be on the networks other than Ethereum. If this does not caution you, then what you have to do is go into that asset, look at that, it's above recent highs, it's near to all-time highs. But yes, when you look at USD BTC pair, you can see that there is a lot of room. So what does that actually mean in terms of dollar or in terms of the network activity? One thing you have to understand is the value is not directly priced in to an asset. Say XRP has huge value, but is the price too high? No. Similarly, the market cycle will always play its part. So when guys say 20,000 Ether, okay, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, looking at BTC pair and USD pair, it's going to go high. But rebalancing it when it goes above the all-time highs gives you the leverage to increase your return on investment on your capital by being in different assets which still has a lot of upside. Say from here, Ether may have some upside, but XRP is going to be surprising. Now that's not only XRP, there are a lot of different assets showing you something similar. That means from here they would pump 500%, 1000%, and some even 4000 to 5000% from the all-time highs. Now that is huge return on your investment. If you are sitting it from here, that would be like 80,000, 90,000% of profits on your portfolio. But you have to be on the right assets at the right time. That's why in our Patreon, I guide most of my members showing you this is a possibility, this is an opportunity. Those who want to get on the train can. Those who want to neglect that opportunity and go to another one because they don't feel comfortable with this asset, they always get another opportunity there. Anyway, now let's look at this XRP BTC chart. This is a 4-hour XRP BTC chart showing a huge breakout on that 4-hour time frame. We were watching this particular pattern. We broke above that. Even yesterday, before this breakout, we were discussing about this pattern in XRP BTC pair and evolving pattern in XRP USD. Now, those who watched that video yesterday understood this was coming. And those who put their targets from 70% of the target to the top of the target already took like 50 to 60% of their profits out in short term. Those who are trading short to medium term. Those who are in for medium to long run on XRP are looking for this. This is a trend which is evolving. It's kind of a widening channel which you are seeing here. So, that broadening wedge which you will get as we move further will increase your return on your investment by staying in these. So here in the accelerating channel, you bounced above this. Now the accelerating channel is acting as a support for XLM. Now this is what we are anticipating for XRP2. Look at this. First bounce, second one, third one, and the fourth one we went out. So now go back to XRP. The first one, second one, third one itself we went out because of that euphoria which came into that market cycle at that point, and then we are back at the bottom. So if you're looking at this 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth bottom here, and we are looking for an upside move. Now go into XLM and look, we got 1, 2, 3, fourth one didn't come down, similar to that of second, and then we made this. So if you are looking at that slingshot effect, it should be coming somewhere here. So the wave of new money coming in should push us above this. Now you can actually go in and zoom in for XRP USD pair on a daily and see the fluctuation a little bit more clearly. So as you zoom out and try to understand the pattern, you also see something different, right? So last time when I showed you a pattern, majority of you guys got inside that one, and I'm completely happy for those who enjoyed that bull run, who took the benefit of that price action and made that profit, because it's always about you understanding that trend. Now once you get that macro trend and you see this pattern evolving, what you try to do, you try to get onto that train before it leaves. And those who did that did make 100 to 150% profit in this breakout. So those who made that one, I'm happy for you. Now, what are we looking next? You just look at this. The pattern can be extended. Why? Because the top is here. Now, we made a support resistance zone here. Why would I say that? If I take this horizontal line and plot it here, you can see this as a resistance area. Okay, I'll highlight so it's easy for you guys to understand. This is a resistance area there, and the same area here was acting as a support when we broke above that. That means that support and resistance zone is valid. Now what are you actually looking at? Another increase which would be to 20% and which would start from 0.48. So next time we bounce in that channel which we mentioned here, we would be reaching way 0.5 range. So what does that mean here? We are above this one. So when that happens, we are going above that accelerating channel. Now what would that give you in terms of targets for your profit? You would extend from there and go around say 200% towards 220%, right? So from the 200% it would be like $1, say precisely 1.43 to the upside. Now those who are in my Patreon group already understood why I stated a precise level to set your take profits as you move upside, right? You're aligning your portfolio, you're rebalancing it into the market cycle. You're not just doing it based on hype. You're not just, putting some random numbers there. You're putting it based on the scientific calculations. The best guess you can take is the calculated guess, and that too, if well informed, gives you that ability to scale it. Now the long-term impact of XRP is going to be too high, because the same would be possible if you look at the RSI. Say you go into a weekly or monthly RSI for XRP, and this is clearly visible there, right? This pattern in the RSI clearly shows you that we are going to go to the upside. Why? You look at the touches there each time. I'll just zoom in on this RSI for you guys so it's visible. I hope the color is actually cool and you guys can actually see that. How can I change the color here if I want to? Yeah, I'll go into settings. I'll just add on to a different color. Say I'll put it as red. and I'll just thicken the line up. Now look at this. How do you see this? The bottom was going down, lower low, then it changed, but capitulation happened. Cool, but you got a double bottom there, which I highlighted then and there. After this one, I told you double bottom and higher low means we are pumping, and we did. Now you can see this pattern. Now that is clear. Now you look at the highs, this one here, this one here, and this one here. So what are you looking for the next one? Boom, something above this one. So if you put that into a perspective, it would be, moving somewhere here like this, a little bit of consolidation, and then boom. But yeah, obviously once you go up, you have to come down like these. You go up and you come down. Question is how much time it will give you, and are you ready to take that profit? Because when you look at the MACD on a weekly, this is what you see in a long run for XRP. If you are ready to digest this, cool. If you are not, do the price action analysis, take the profits. If you are not doing that properly, you may miss out on a lot of different calls like this. If you follow me here, you're gonna get things like these for sure, and tips like this easily. Say my patrons got something like this a week or two before when we were making these lows, and they entered at the bottom. Now a lot of guys are making short, medium, long-term trades. They are making benefits, and you are also getting this. I gave you this today for XLM and this today for Ether. Similarly, we are actually going through all the different assets which majority of the platinum or diamond members have in their assets. So you, even if you are on a premium or platinum tier, get like majority of the assets classified clearly. So now when we actually go through the fundamental side of this, it gets really interesting, isn't it? This movement of money and coming flare is going to be tied up. But the only thing which we have to look at is the regulatory clarity. Now, year of cryptocurrencies was stated as 2020. Now, year of CBDCs is being stated as 2021. So in 2020 November, we actually got that movement of price. If you look at the coin market cap, you will understand one thing for sure. We just came above $1 trillion and we are staying there. And BTC is slowing down. BTC dominance is going down. Alts are slowly pumping. That's going to be the alt season you were waiting for. Now with regulations for central bank digital currency and the talk beyond proof of work is going to give you that push. Why? Because investors are being directed here. So this is the news out there. They're buying it huge. Okay, the price of BTC may go again, say 46, 50,000. Then it may actually drop. We don't know. No one knows. That bull trap is prepared for normal guys to be trapped inside that bull while the price goes down and others take benefit using your liquidity. Now, these are all different aspects which you have to understand while we say 2021 is going to give you that huge profits. Remember, central banks are trying this one out. Last time, we showed you French central bank is doing what and for what. They're doing this to minimize the friction in the payments industry and change the financial infrastructure on which they work. Now, France is inside Europe. So once these are going to be pumped, all the European banks would be coming on to one infrastructure, which eventually would be turning out like the infrastructure of the world, because not only one continent is coming on it. You look at Asia, how big they are on RippleNet, and how the adoption of IntelliJ protocol is moving. Now, if you look at the Europe, you understood something. Now, look at this from the block. This is something which I highlighted. It breaks before, above the all-time highs, and this is huge news, like BTC broke above its all-time high. Now, similarly, you have to understand, news is being out for whom? Retail investors. For what? To push them in, put their money in. If I want to take profit around 46,000, I need to say it's going to 100,000 so that people continue buying and push the price above 40, 50, and I take my profits. I sell my position, they buy it. I need a buyer when I'm selling my positions, right? Now that's common sense, but not majority of them understand this. But this one, when you see like it's the time for DeFi, it's the time to move on to practical life, you see things like this. And these are what we are talking about, the real value and the fundamentals. We have the Interledger protocol or the Overledger protocol here being set up for the interoperability. And we now have a lot of different blockchain infrastructures which are becoming walled gardens within a region. Now, these need a bridge asset. These need to be on an interoperable layer, that financial infrastructure, and then move on. Now, as you move on, you get a lot of different news and understand, there is a lot of different concern coming out at the same time when the market is evolving. So what should you concern? You should be concerned. You should be looking at the market cycle of the asset on which you are trading. If you have doubt, look at it with BTC Pay and USD Pay. You kind of get an idea where it is. One thing, if it's down with USD Pay and down with BTC Pay, that's kind of confirmation it's at the bottom. Now, if BTC Pay is going up, USD Pay is still down, that's an idea. It's not at the bottom. It's going to go up soon. Now, you have to use all of this information, digest these properly, and implement inside your portfolio. You don't need the SI there. But if you want to make it easier, yes, I can be there too. I can be there, and I will be there if you are a Patreon member who is in the right tier for what you want, right? So I know this is the 20th of month, and I'll say don't jump into it right now. If you want to get alerts, yeah, it's cool. Get on to the basic or first or second tier, and then on the first of the month you can upgrade. Now, I hope you received value for your time spent here in the SI, and if you did, please do hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done that already. I would be meeting you guys on the next video with a ton of value. Bye for now.